Alright, so let's do an instant action with the F-18. We're going to start it up on Persian Gulf, cold and dark. So we're going to do a complete startup and takeoff with the F-18. Maybe fly to Dubai with the F-18. Why not? Fly to Dubai. The problem with this game is the modules are really expensive. Each one of these modules, if I wasn't able to play it for free, would be $70 a piece. So that's like buying a brand new video game within a video game, you know. So Steam is supposed to have a summer sale, so hopefully the modules get reduced in price. Because my thing is, I don't want to have to spend, you know, $70 per module, even though, you know, that's how you help the developers and everything. I think $50 would have been more fair, but they valued them at 70. So we are just going to sit here and we are going to take a quick look around my F-18. This is my F-18. Oh, it's got that ladder. Hopefully they'll get rid of that ladder before I get ready to take off, huh? Okay, so first thing you always end up having to do in these planes when they're cold is start the battery. And then we're going to hit the right engine. Goes to normal. What is that? We're going to get these right engine and left engine on. Okay, anything else I'm forgetting on this side? Probably not. Okay, we're going to hit our Apu Start. Okay, so the Apu Start is happening. Then I'm going to uncage my throttle here, which is, okay, APU is ready. So I'm going to uncage my throttle, which is Control and Home. Let's see if I can move it. Control, Home, Alt, Home. Alright, so Alt, Home works for my left throttle, but I also have to uncage the right throttle. Control, Home. Doesn't seem to be working. Alright, the left throttle's okay. My right throttle is not seeming to work, so let's check and see why that isn't working. Throttle grip, let's see. Throttle. Cage, uncage button is C. Okay, Control, right, Alt, Home. Left, idle, right, Alt, and Home was able to go to idle. Throttle right is right shift and home. Okay. Alright, so let's do that. Right shift, home. There we go. Okay. So my throttles are ready, but they move together. So the problem that I have is I have a single throttle joystick, but this is a dual throttle. Alright, so that's that. Alright, so what we're going to do, we are going to bleed the air valve. So we're going to cycle this all the way 360 degrees. Okay. We are going to align we're going to activate our INS. We're going to align it, put it on ground since we are on the ground. And we're going to need our symbology here, so let's turn this to day. Day. Alright, this one is going to be bright. I hate these dials. Okay. So we gotta let those come on. Alright, so those are gonna come on in a second. Alright, let's see what else we got. We're gonna close the canopy. That's Control C. Okay. We're going to turn on our oxygen. Okay, there's something over here that I need to do while we're waiting for these to warm up. Get a chance to warm up. We're going to lock our ejection seat arm. All right, let's just give the engine. See, takeoff is never automatic, so we're gonna just give it about 30 seconds or so to start warming those engines up. But you know, my thing about it is, Steam is supposed to be having sales soon because it's almost summer, and the summer sales hopefully will show a reduce in price of these modules. Hopefully. Okay, so let's go right here to engine crank. Let's crank that engine. Crank that soldier boy. So engine crank is on. If you listen carefully, you can hear the engines coming on. So I'm waiting for this one. You can hear that engine. There it is. Spooling up, baby. All right.
Roll left, roll left.
All right. Everything
Flight
is
controls.
now on. Engines
Flight
on.
controls.
Okay. So let's make sure that we are aligned for ground. Alright, I'm going to just hit that on ground. I'm going to check this INS over here. Just give it a second. You can't rush this stuff. That's why it takes pilots a while to start their fighters up. Alright, so I'm going to go down here. I'm going to just bleed this one more time. 2, 3, 4. Alright, my computers are warming up. Alright, let me point this one up to normal. I'm gonna roll this dial. I hate rolling dials in this game. It's difficult to roll these dials. Okay, so you see we've got our HUD here. So this is the flight path marker. As you can see, this is our speed and altitude, 60 feet or 60 above ground level, whatever, or above sea level. This is our speed right now, airspeed. We're not doing anything yet. Okay, there we go. We got our map. Okay, so now I can go back here. So we can switch the crank off because we don't need it anymore. Alright, so you see that spooling up right here to the left. Let's give it a chance to warm up. So almost to 65, get it let's give it a chance to get to 65. Yeah, you can hear it now. Alright, so we're going to make sure we're aligned. Alright, so we have a total 150, 150. Alright, we're almost ready. Alright, so let's reset that computer right there. This is your pre-flight checkoffs. Alright, it's still aligning. Give it a chance to get to 0. This is right now at 140, so just give it a chance. It's counting down, as you can see. Just give it a chance to finish up. Alright, 0%. Good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to switch this to nav. Alright. Everything takes time to warm up. So let's switch our radar right here so that we get our radar. Okay. Let's make sure we have oxygen. We don't want our pilot choking to death, do we? So we got to make sure we got plenty of oxygen. Oxygen switch is on. Don't want to die up in this plane. Sure, you got your oxygen. Okay, we're almost done. Menu. Alright, give it a second. Alright, so these X's are here, and I don't want those X's there for the trim, so I have to go back over here to reset it. So just give me 1 second. I'm still waiting for something to heat up. So we're going to push and hold the reset button for 2 seconds. Now, we look back. All of it's gone. No more X's. Yay! Alright, we're almost done. So we're going to go to this switch right here. Anti-skid switch is going to be... We're going to make sure that we're going to leave it on, just test it. We're going to take a look at this switch right here. Flaps are going to be on auto, so that's 2 clicks to the top. What we're going to do is we're going to go down here to this button. We're going to push this button right here. Rudder trim. Okay. Everything should be good. So we're in nav mode already for the maps. Now we're going to push this brake. The parking brake has to go in because otherwise you can't move. And then we're going to uncage this dial right here. Let me see if I can point at it. Give me a second. Alright, so we're going to do mouse scroll wheel down here. I hate the scroll wheel. There it is. Okay. It's so finicky to use that. Alright, so we're gonna flick this switch right here. This was our attitude selector. Alright, so, just in case anybody tries to shoot at us, which they're not, because I don't think there's anybody in this mission, we're going to move the stick just out of the way, and we're going to click standby on this switch, and we're going to activate, what is this? Auxiliary release to normal. I'm going to go on this one. Just move it up. Sometimes you have to move the stick in order to see things that you can't see. And then, one last button on my map. Be-doo-doo. Alright. Okay, so there it is. My F-18 is ready to go. Ready to go. Alright, so the next important thing now is taxiing. Hopefully I can do this in 3 minutes. This way I'll have a nice, easy 20-minute video. So what you're going to do is you're going to boost up your power. And just nice and slow, get these engines up. So we're starting to move. And then I'm going to use my right pedal to rotate myself out. Alright. Pedal taxiing was like one of the craziest things that I had to learn when I was in Cessna 172 Skyhawk. It's like when I posted the videos of flying with Nassau Flyers, because I want to make more videos, but I need better equipment. Because the problem is, when you make those videos, it's like dead silent because I don't have the equipment that a lot of the professional pilots have, where they have the entire plane hooked up with like GoPro equipment and everything, and they've got GoPros and shit on the wing, and they got it in the canopy and everything. So my thing is, posting those videos is a little bit boring. Because the thing about it is, you know, I just don't have the equipment that they have. And some of them have like really, really professional setups. But anyway, that's my F-18 cold start. As you can see, it's very involving. So we're going to make our way to a runway. We're going to take off. I could do this from the outside. Alright. Alright. The F-18 and the F-16 are pretty good fighters. Okay, I'm moving a little too fast. Let's slow down just a little. Uh-oh. I do have a wheel brake, so I can drop my speed a little. I'm going to try to get back to the yellow line. To the outline, there we go. Let's get back to the center. Back to the center. There we go. It's amazing how much this game models. Like, you see all these other planes. All these other planes can be flown just like this one. That's so cool. Just gonna raise speed just a little. Get us to the runway faster. So once again, if you plan on buying a game like this, you're gonna want to have that 2080 Ti or 2080 Super at least, because you want to be able to run everything with maximum graphics turned all the way up. It's not enough for me to be able to play the game, but I want to be able to make it look as good as it can look. Alright, so we're about to go to the runway. Just taxiing right now. We're almost there. I'm going to drop my speed just a little. Okay. Alright, so we're almost there. I'm going to start to slow down. Alright, so I'm going to get back over just a little. We're going to go to D2. Just got to slow down just a little. I don't want to overspeed. See, these Dubai runways are huge. You don't understand it until you actually visit Dubai. But when you do, you see that that place, everything they do is just bigger. And they have some huge runways. Like, because they have to be able to accommodate the A380 over there. You know, the A380 is the largest plane in the world, for the most part. With the exception of, like, the Spruce Goose. Alright, so we're going to taxi to this runway, and then we're getting out of here. Taking off. We can fly to Dubai. Where are we? We are here. And... oh, you know what? I was supposed to taxi all the way down, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this quickly because I want to end the video. But really, what I was supposed to do was supposed to taxi all the way to the very end and then do my takeoff. But this game doesn't really have navs and air traffic control that much, so it's like because it's a free flight, you can pretty much do what you want to do. Alright, so I'm on the runway right about now. And we're going to take off. Alright, so let's center ourselves. We're going to do about 130 knots because we're not very heavy. Alright, so now I'm going to bring up my power to 100%. Let's do one really quick look. Everything seems to be okay. Bring power up to 100%, and we're getting out of here. $77, 90, 140. 150. Let's go. Woo! Gear up. All right, we're up, and we are flying. Oh, it looks like I'm doing a 30-minute video then. And that's that. All the way from startup to takeoff. And that's my F-18. You can fly up to about 10,000 feet. Yeah, you hear my pilot breathing hard. That's one of the reasons why you got to make sure you have your oxygen ready. So you don't want your pilot dying up in the plane. Okay, so this is our map. Let's center on my plane. Okay. Yep, that's my plane. That's my map. Real world, where are we? Yeah, center on the plane. Alright. So really, we could fly to Dubai right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically put our heading towards Dubai. I can fly to Dubai. The Persian Gulf map is like $30 by itself. Just the map, no planes. And if you download this game, you can download the Persian Gulf map. Some of the mission generator features allow you to add you know, aircraft and whatnot, tanks, to those maps in the Persian Gulf. So basically, you know, since I started playing this, I went from not knowing how to do anything to being able to actually fly it, or fly these planes. And the thing about it is, let's see if we can go supersonic. Well, we can't really do that, but you know, you have to go to afterburner throttle, and you have to basically fly at like top speed. But for the most part, this is it. This is Dubai. You can set up training camps. You can set up objects to blow up, like targets. I will say the one thing about this game I didn't like is that it doesn't have a tutorial phase like James USAF had, so that like the game taught you how to do everything from start to finish. You pretty much have to read manuals and do a lot of stuff yourself. Dubai is dead ahead. I'm at 700 knots right now. 15,000 feet, 700 knots. 15,500 feet actually. There is another issue. Fuel. Because of the fact I don't have any external tanks, you don't want to be exceeding your max speed too long, because then you start to run out of fuel. So I'm going to drop my power, my fuel flow down. I'm already approaching Dubai, because you can see Palm Jebel is right there, and Palm Jumeirah is right behind it, and then there's the Burj Al Arab and the Burj Khalifa in that order. Palm Jebel coming up. So the graphics in this game are fabulous, especially if you have a really good video card. Right now, the 2080 Ti is the best you can get. I wouldn't settle for anything less. Yeah, it's $1,000, but hey. Alright, so let's do a pass right over Palm Island. It's telling me it wants me to not fly at such a low angle of attack. It wants you to keep the flight path marker above the horizon at about 0. This is about 0 right here, so then you won't get those annoying dials. Alright, so this was Palm Jebel. So Palm Jumeirah is right here. I'm going to dip down low so we can get a better look at it. They have a lot of development. See, the beautiful thing about Dubai is where it is, they have the ability to build. They have the ability to build right near the water, and they don't have to worry about strong winds or hurricanes because there aren't any. Not there. The most they have to worry about is sandstorms.
Altitude.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. Let's dip down. See Palm Jumeirah at night. Now we have the Burj Al Arab, and that's the Burj Al Arab, the Sail Hotel right there, 1,500 feet. Okay, then there's the Burj Khalifa. If you haven't been to Dubai, you really ought to go. Wonderful place. We're going to get as close to Burj Khalifa as possible. See what it looks like at night. 1,900 feet, 17, 16. Alright, so that was just a little quickie video I wanted to do. Since DCS, I only have a couple of days left of free flights. So this was a flight from Abu Dhabi to Dubai with a cold startup and a taxi and a nice calm morning. I just woke up. Right now it's only 8 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I mean, this game is so awesome. If you ever wanted a flight simulator and you don't want to spend any money, you have about 6 days left to play it. So all you got to do is go to the DCS website and just download it, and I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy it if you have a computer that can run it.